When the Sound Hits the Walls is a documentary series about Hyde Street Studios located in the heart of San Francisco. They've produced some of the most iconic recordings by musicians like the Grateful Dead, Green Day, and Tupac, to name just a few. Today, joining me is Chris McGraw, who actually works at the studios and has participated in that series. Thanks so much for being here, Chris. A lot of history, to say the least, and it spans nearly 50 years. So 5 decades, I imagine it's a tough time to really narrow down those memories and try to highlight some of them. So what made it into the series?
Well, thanks for having me. Well, we decided we wanted to do more than just tell a museum piece story. So we're going into detail about the thriving community that exists at the studio now and mixing it up with stories of the original artists that came through there and talking about how the records were made. And we're working on doing new things all the time, you know.
So what kind of stories have you heard about the times when Grateful Dead were in there making music happen, really? And
there are so many stories that get circulated around, but the one that I think comes to mind the most that I read is Jerry Garcia was down the hall while Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young were recording Teach Your Children in Studio C, and they weren't liking their solos, and they said, well, I heard Jerry Garcia's been playing pedal steel for a little while, why don't we bring him in? And that kind of thing of just bringing artists across the hall to come and record on your song has been happening since then, and it still happens now. There are 10 studios in the building, and we're all trading gear and working together on projects when we can.
That's incredible. And so it's not just history. Tell me about today's talent that comes in. I've heard that Lil Nas X was somebody who most recently came through and recorded some of their music there.
Yeah, Lil Nas X came through, and we had a One Republic recording that just went platinum that was done there recently as well. And George Clinton, I worked with George Clinton recently, and just did, in the last week, I've set up drums for Prairie Prince and Mike Clark. The Headhunters have been in there all week, actually.
I imagine it's hard not to be starstruck. And what exactly do you do? Are you a recording engineer?
I'm an engineer and producer and a drummer.
Oh, wow. What don't you do, I should ask? Yeah.
Yeah, it helps to have a broad skill set when working in the studio. A lot of people are multi-instrumentalists, or, you know, just we're all kind of need to do that.
So what's the crew like? I imagine that it's tough to get in to work at Hyde Street Studios, given just what a landmark it truly is.
Yeah, I guess it's just, you know, the people that end up working there are the ones that show up and keep coming back and really devote themselves to it. And it's, you know, running a studio isn't exactly a good idea, but if you feel compelled to do it, you do it. And that goes for, you know, everybody from the interns to the musicians. Everybody's, especially now, I think everybody's had a gut check on the thing, and if you're still doing music at this point, you kind of have to.
And you've got to love it, I'm sure. But Hyde Street Studios, as I mentioned, is in the heart of San Francisco, but of course it's a challenging neighborhood. The Tenderloin comes with some tough areas to get around. So has it produced a sort of problem in trying to bring more talent in and these artists to come record there, or does the legacy keep them coming?
It's a little of both. I think the neighborhood sometimes, you know, scares people off potentially, but you know, the sound of those rooms is really the important thing that brings people back. It just sounds so good in there. They built them to be studios, and the behavior of the sound, the way the reflections are controlled, it really makes things sound magical, and that keeps people coming back.
And apart from the history of it and the talent that's come through, what do you think sets the studio apart from others?
Well, aside from the acoustics, it's the community. You know, Michael Ward has done a wonderful job over the last, you know, since 1985, he's run it exclusively. And he's brought in like a co-op kind of a model and rented out a lot of the offices and the echo chambers and the main studios, which I'm a part of one of. And by doing that, he's brought in a lot of new, fresh energy and lots of different people, and it's a thriving community. It's a really great place to be.
So it sounds like it's very much alive to this day.
It is. I mean, people are still coming in and thinking, okay, how can I get this done? I need to make this record, and they've never made a record before, and they need to do it, and we help them do that, and it's the same kind of attention and care that we give to the major label artists.
So you still have a bunch of newcomers coming in who can afford to record there and put on their first record. So what's it like to see them through the process? And then have you seen anybody who really stood out and you're like, maybe this will be a story years to come that we got to tell?
Well, I'm working with some great artists right now. I'm working with Orbit 17, this band right now, and they're really amazing. It's their first album, and watch out for them.
All right, so what can people look forward to in this docuseries?
Well, we're gonna have the luxury of breaking down the production and the changes in the industry, the changes in the technical side of the industry, and we're gonna be able to dive in deep and talk about how certain records were made with the people that worked on them when possible. And we're also gonna be bringing back legacy artists to make a new record in the studio, like we're doing this week with the Headhunters. We just had 4 days in the studio where we had all 3 studios going, making a new Headhunters album. And it was all filmed for the documentary, and we're gonna be doing that a bunch more times, hopefully in every episode. And so we're gonna hopefully spawn some new recordings and give people an insight into the process that way. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that is thrilling. And so where can people watch this documentary?
Well, you can check us out at whenthesoundhits.com. That's our website, and we'll keep you posted on everything. And you can come to our fundraiser tonight at the Guild Theater.
Ooh, have fun. Okay, is it open to the public?
It is.
Cool.
Yep. It is featuring the Headhunters as the headliner, and my band Seal Party will be opening. And the show starts at 8 o'clock, doors at 7, and it's at the Guild Theater on El Camino Real.
Very cool. Thank you so much for the invite, and thank you so much for being here. Chris McGraw with Hyde Street Studios. We'll be right back.